Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are... Hello, everybody. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. If you're waiting in the waiting room, let's go ahead and open up that waiting room and let people in, as yes, this is a live Zoom, folks. We do have a live studio audience, and we want to make sure that they all get in before we actually get to the good stuff. So if you're out on any of the live streams and you would like to join us as well, go to zoom.dailywithdoc.com Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific time. That is 1 to 2 Mountain, 2 to 3 Central, and 3 to 4 Eastern time. And ask whatever your favorite browser is, what time is it Pacific time in my time zone, and you'll find the time that we will be here for you. So, folks, this program is being sponsored by dailywithdoc.com. This is a website that provides our information about our past episodes. It also gives some additional articles to help you on your health journey with empowering information. It also has a good foods, bad foods list. So as you're wondering, what should I eat? What should I not eat? We've made that simple, as we have that there on the website for you. And there's also a store there for those who are not working with somebody or were not referred to this program by somebody specific. So if you were referred, that person cared enough about you to share this information with you because they know for a fact that there is something within our program that is going to speak into your life and give you knowledge as to what you can do on your own as an empowered individual when it comes to your health. So get back with them. They cared enough. So care enough to say thank you. And if you have any questions, they are going to be your initial and first point of contact to get questions answered. If there is nobody to thank, we do have a call team at 855-949-3377. The calls are coming in. We're putting more people on that call team. So, folks, we just want to make sure that we are covered at the time that you need us most. That number is 855-949-3377. And if you want to use email, whether you have a question, and we have our coaches that are throughout our community sending us questions, and we're helping them get the answers to help their clients as well. You can send those questions to questions@dailywithdoc.com. questions@dailywithdoc.com. Let us know who you're working with. Let us know if you are a coach. That way we know how to best respond to that email. Okay? So now that we have all of the housekeeping done, well, one more thing. This program is not meant to take the place of your primary care physician, nor is it meant to treat, diagnose, or cure any disease. But Dr. Joel Wallach has proven that there are over 600 different poor health symptoms. Now, conditions, that's a medical term that the medical, they've given that. But symptoms, folks, those symptoms, 600 of them have been directly linked to nutritional deficiencies. Nutritional deficiencies. So we want to make sure that you're getting the information that you need. And that information is just not things that you hear, but information is also things that you do and don't put into your mouth to support your body to be the best that it can be. Okay? Now, today we have with us Christa Way. Christa Way is a nutritionist. She's also an herbalist, and she is a massage therapist. She has a PhD in psychology. So she takes all of that knowledge, and she has joined us through another company that Longevity has brought under their umbrella of trusted products called Life Force. And today we're going to be learning more about some of the Life Force products and how they can help us in this health journey as we are going through finding the right match for each individual. So it is my honor and privilege to bring to the screen with me, Christa Way. Hello, Christa. Thank you again for joining us. We appreciate all the information that you shared with us on Monday. And now here it's Friday again. We have scheduled a time in December as well, where you're going to be sharing even more of the powerful nutrients that are included in the Life Force products and how they can work within our bodies. So, Christa, what are you wanting to talk about today?
Okay, well, thanks, Becca. I think we will start off with a product called Vitali-C Plus, as that was the product that went out on the information. And this is something for everybody. Vitali-C Plus is a combination of a full spectrum vitamin C, something called pine cone extract, and quercetin. So vitamin C is one of those vitamins that we have to get into our bodies every day because our body doesn't make it, right? So it has to come from outside sources. And vitamin C is responsible for over 300 different metabolic processes in the body, from our immune system to balancing our adrenals to healing damaged tissue to, I mean, there is just so many things that our bodies use vitamin C for. And we know, it's pretty common knowledge that if we're feeling a bit under the weather, then go get some vitamin C. I mean, it's very common knowledge. I think what we don't realize is that we need it on a daily basis, not just when we have a cold or a flu or something, we're not feeling good. We need it on a daily basis. Our bodies need it on a daily basis.
Can I bring one? I just want to emphasize something.
Absolutely.
Did you hear how many different functions within the body vitamin C has to be part of, folks. Vitamin C is important, not just in an emergency of when you're not feeling good, when you think you have a cold or a virus. Vitamin C is it's essential. It's essential. So thank you for letting me interrupt you. Go ahead, please, Christa.
Oh, no, please do. I'm all input is good, right? We all have bits of information we can share with people. So one of the things I love about Vitali-C Plus is that it is a full vitamin C spectrum. So what that means is it's not just ascorbic acid. It's vitamin C with all of its bioflavonoids, which basically make up a complete vitamin C complex. And those bioflavonoids are really vital for our health. And in Vitali-C Plus, they come in the form of acerola berry and something called cassis berry, which is also known as New Zealand blackcurrant. Both of those ingredients are high in what we call anthocyanins, which are powerful phytonutrients that our bodies use to my gosh, for so many things. They're powerful antioxidants, so they help our bodies with oxidative stress. They're also wonderful for our eye health, actually, amongst lots and lots of other things. Bioflavonoids are often missing from vitamin C supplements. Oftentimes what you get is simply ascorbic acid or one of the what we call ascorbates, which are different forms of vitamin C. But we need the whole family. We need the whole complex to get the full value out of what we put in our bodies. Another couple of things I want to mention. One is in Vitali-C Plus, we have something called pine cone extract. And when this product first came out, I got so excited about this because of the power of this pine cone extract in our lives today. So let me describe just a little bit of how pine cone extract works in the body. So basically, we have a very powerful immune system, right? And we have our white blood cells that are like the front runners of our immune system. And these white blood cells are called monocytes. And they are the ones that, you know, are sent out by the immune system to destroy the invaders, basically. They're given, you know, all the information they need to go out and do their job properly. There's something that's been happening in our world for the last few decades, and it's called autoimmune disorders, or there's also immune deficiency disorders. That's kind of a little bit different. Autoimmune disorders are disorders where those little white blood cells basically are not getting the communication that they need to do their job. So instead of going out there and, you know, gobbling up all of these bacteria, viruses, stopping viruses from replicating, all of the stuff that happens in our body, what these little white blood cells are doing is that they don't have the proper information. So they're going out there and destroying our own body's tissue or, you know, organ or whatever it is that they are attacking. Basically, they're attacking themselves. They're attacking us, right? And so we end up with these all kinds of autoimmune disorders. where our own body is attacking our thyroid gland or, whatever it is that's going on. So that brings us to pine cone extract. Pine cone extract, one of the things that it does, one of the most important things it does, is that, see, all these little white blood cells called monocytes, a certain number of them turn into cells called dendrites. I mean, you don't need to know all of this intrinsic stuff, but I want to give you an idea of how powerful this is. So these dendrites, they're like the captains of the army. They're the ones that tell all the white blood cells what to do, right? All the monocytes. They get their orders from the dendrites, from the captains. And so then they have the information they need to go out and do their job properly. In an immunocompromised system, what happens is not enough of those monocytes are becoming dendrites. For some reason, that function is breaking down in somebody's body. And the fallout is we don't have the information, we'll go attack ourselves, right? So what pine cone extract does is that it facilitates the monocyte cells to become what we call dendritic cells or dendrites. So all of a sudden, what we're doing is we're giving our bodies the information, right? We're I don't know what the word is. We're upgrading, right? We're suddenly creating new dendritic cells so that the information can be passed down to our other immune cells to do their job properly. I mean, can you imagine what that means for our immune system? What that means for somebody whose immune system is out of whack, right? Who not working properly, right? It's extraordinary. I mean, the potential for this is amazing. So
pronunciation.
that is one ingredient that is in Vitali-C. If we take that every day, can you imagine what that's doing to your immune system? I mean, my goodness, this is like a game changer. It's amazing. The other key ingredient in here is something called quercetin. And quercetin is one of the aforementioned bioflavonoids. Remember I said that vitamin C is a complex that includes these compounds called bioflavonoids. Well, quercetin is one of those bioflavonoids, and it's a very powerful one. And it's often given to people who have allergies, because one of the things that quercetin does is it's a powerful anti-inflammatory, and it actually stops the body from overproducing histamine. And histamine, of course, as we know, is the response to an allergic reaction. And I'm not talking about an allergic reaction where somebody, has anaphylaxis and they can't breathe. No, this is more, you get hay fever in spring, that kind of allergic response. That's one of the things that quercetin is really, really good for. And so it's added to this. We already have it in a small amount. It's added to this in a larger amount, mainly because of the impact it has on our immune system, right? So this product is it's such a powerful thing to be using on a daily basis for a healthy immune system. I mean, with all the other amazing products that we have, adding this is going to give your body an incredible boost that is ongoing, right? And so imagine, going years without getting a cold, without getting the flu, right? I mean, I personally, I don't remember the last time I had something like that. It was at least 25 years ago. And this can be everybody's reality. That's just that it's just so vital that, like Becca said at the beginning, we take care of this temple that we've been gifted to walk around in here, right? If we don't take care of it, what else is there, right? We have one. We can't trade it in for another one. This is it. This is what we get. And so if we want a quality of life, we need to do the utmost to give this body what it needs. So there's a lot I could say about this, but we've got a whole range of products, and I want to cover a few other of the products that we have today. We have a calcium, magnesium, vitamin D product similar to OsteoFX, and it's called OsteoPro-Care. There's a couple of differences between the OsteoFX and the OsteoPro-Care. One is that OsteoFX, I know, has MSM in it. OsteoPro-Care does not. However, we have this product that is taken with the OsteoPro-Care, and it's called Flexio Plus. And one of the main ingredients in here is MSM, which I will talk a little bit about in a minute. The calcium in OsteoPro-Care is a different form of calcium than what is in the OsteoFX. I've actually started using both of them. So I take the OsteoPro-Care at night. I take the OsteoFX in the morning. I like the combination of both of them. The OsteoPro-Care has a form of calcium in it called calcium orotate. And calcium orotate has the highest bioavailability of any form of calcium. What that means is that what we take into our bodies don't always use, right? So you buy something, you buy a bottle of something, and there's a certain amount written on that bottle, right? 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, or 600 milligrams of calcium, whatever it is. And depending on a lot of different things, but also depending on the form of that particular nutrient, it depends on how much of it you're going to get in your body. Also depends, of course, on how strong your digestive system is and all kinds of other things. But we can start with a highly bioavailable form to give our bodies the best chance of getting the best. So calcium orotate has been shown to be between 90 and 95% bioavailable, which means that you get almost 100% of what's in there. Your body is able to actually use it. And that's pretty amazing. The other thing that is really important about calcium orotate is that by far and above any other form of calcium, it is way more easily able to penetrate the cell wall so that it goes right into the cell, so that this little thing called the mitochondria in the middle of the cell can actually use it. And one of the things that we mentioned last time was cellular energy, right? And cellular nutrition, how we need nutrition at a cellular level. We're really, really blessed and fortunate here to have a lot of products that do that. And so this is another one. There are different forms of calcium, right? You can get calcium aspartate, calcium citrate, there's lots and lots of different ones. And they all have different different levels of bioavailability and different ways that they impact our body. So that's one of the first things. The other thing that I want to mention is we have glucosamine in there, the same as the other product. Glucosamine, this glucosamine is called glucosamine hydrochloride. And what we usually get in pretty much any glucosamine supplement out there is something called glucosamine sulfate. The difference is that glucosamine hydrochloride, which is what is in our Flexio Plus as well as our OsteoProCare, what you get with that form of glucosamine is that you get 83% of that compound is actual glucosamine. Glucosamine sulfate, what you get is only 63%. So you again, we're coming back to the bioavailability thing. So you're getting a lot more glucosamine into your system by using the hydrochloride form. So let's go to Flexio Plus. Yes, that's it.
Yeah. And one thing that I want to mention, because you were talking about the different types of glucosamine, the HCl is plant derived.
Yes.
So my question for you, since it is plant derived, and I was looking at this bottle trying to figure out, because I do have people who have shellfish allergies.
Right.
I don't see that it's shellfish free. I see that it's there's no GMOs, no gluten, no soy, no dairy. And folks, this has 500 milligrams of MSM and 500 milligrams of the glucosamine HCl. Plus, it has isoflavone. Flavone?
Yeah.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Which is specifically helps with brittle bones and bone pain.
That's it. Yeah, it actually builds new bone in the body. It's amazing. It has been shown in clinical studies to increase bone density.
And just to emphasize the importance of vitamin C, it's in here too.
Yeah. Yep.
And K and zinc.
Yep.
So please, I'm sorry, I probably interrupted you too soon because you're going to be covering this. So please go ahead.
Oh, no, it's great. It's great.
I'm just excited. I'm just excited about it.
Yeah. And Becca just told me, or told us actually at the beginning, her own little testimonial story of using it this morning. So yeah, there we go. Look at that.
It's a drop.
No more sore thumb. Right. So this product can be, we take it internally because we want the internal power of this in our body to do its work. But I love this because it can be used externally. And one of the things that that we've seen, exactly like what Becca shared this morning, is the power of using this externally. You can use it on sore knees, you can use it on arthritic joints, you can use it on sprained muscles. I mean, there is so many different ways that you can use this. A couple of weeks ago, my husband sprained his ankle really, really severely. I mean, it swelled up like 5 times the size, and it started going purple and blue and, all the colors of the rainbow because of the bruising. And the first thing he reached for was this, and he started rubbing it into his ankle. We could literally watch the swelling go down. It was amazing. And the next morning, he said it wasn't even sore. So, I mean, that's the first time I've ever used it for a swelling like that. But it showed me, you know what? There's more that we keep learning about this stuff. All of our products, there's so much more that we can learn all the time. So MSM is a organic form of sulfur, basically. And the body contains a lot of sulfur. It's one of the, like calcium, it's one of the things that we have more of in our body than a lot of other things. And sulfur is used by the body for hundreds of different things. And one of the main things it's used for actually is connective tissue. So it helps keep tissue pliable. It's what's used to keep cell wall structures permeable. It's to allow nutrients and oxygen in, and to allow toxins and carbon dioxide out, so that we can get rid of that out of our body. So MSM is what keeps those cell walls permeable in our body. So it's a powerful detoxifying agent in that way. One of the other things that it does is it keeps all the bonds between the different proteins in our body flexible, right? We need to move, right? Our bodies need to move. Our joints need to move, right? Our eyes need to move. We need to move. Even our bones need to move, right? Although we don't think about that so often. And what makes that happen is MSM. It also holds moisture, kind of like glucosamine and chondroitin. And so it keeps our bodies, it keeps everything moist. One of the things that you might often see in cosmetics actually is MSM, because of how it keeps the skin moist and not dry and brittle and all of that. So it's a wonderful, wonderful ingredient to have in here. And glucosamine, of course, we need that for healthy joints as well as for healthy tissue, lung tissue, all kinds of things in our body. We also have something in there that Becca mentioned, and it's called iproflavin. And iproflavin is what's known as an isoflavin. And what it does is that it actually builds new bone in our body. So as we, of course, especially women, get older, and we're prone to becoming osteopenic or osteoporotic, or we go down that road because of our hormone changes, then we need something, right? And this stuff is amazing. And I've had my own personal experience with this. Something's up on my screen here. So over many years, I've unfortunately had to have a lot of bone grafts and bone transplants. And the very first transplant that I had was about 3 months before this product came out. And when this product came out, I thought, wow, here is a good opportunity to find out what this product can actually do. And so I started taking it. Now, if you look on the bottle, it basically says take 4 dropperfuls a day. That's a maintenance amount, right? I mean, you can take way more than that if you want. So I was doing about 16 droppers a day at that point. And I did that for 9 months. And then I went back for my 12 monthly checkup. And the surgeon kind of drilled into the transplant material and took out a little core sample. I think today they use computers, but back then that's what they did. And took it off into his lab. And I heard him call out for his nurse. I mean, I was kind of half semi-conscious under anesthetic, but I could hear everything. And he came out to me a while later and he said, I don't know what you're doing, but I've never seen this before in all my years of practice. He said that transplant material has turned into solid bone. And he said that just that doesn't happen, right? Because it's not, you can't just put something in your body and expect it to be like the bones that you've grown over decades, right? There's a density to our bones that has grown over decades that you won't find in transplant material, right? So the holes between the membranes and everything it's bigger, it's different, it's just not as dense. But that's what happened for me, was that I ended up with solid bone. And so I mean, to me, this was the culprit, right? This is what did it. So I continue, because I'm getting older, right? I continue to take this every single day. I wouldn't be without it. We had a woman here 2 weeks ago sitting on our couch in the living room, and she's waiting for a knee replacement, right? She can barely walk. She's in an incredible amount of pain. She walks with 2 sticks, and I sent her home with one of these. And because she's also dealing with her son with cancer, and she's got all this stuff going on, and she called me the next day. I told her, rub it on, like rub it into your joint, into your knee, about every few, like 3 to 4 hours, right? She couldn't believe, she literally couldn't feel the pain in her knee anymore. I mean, she probably still needs a knee transplant, but I mean, a knee replacement, because it was pretty far gone, but no pain. I mean, how amazing is that? So this is something I wouldn't be without. I love this product. I recommend it to a ton of people. And when you couple that with one of the osteo products, I mean, it's dynamite. Absolutely is. Okay, so what else?
Before you touch on the next one, folks, we just want to thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you are really grasping the importance of specific ingredients that can be used within the body. And then you combine them together, and it just makes them even more powerful. So where these products are not meant to treat, diagnose, or cure any disease, you can go to pubmed.gov, look up these ingredients, and you will see hundreds and thousands of research papers reporting the benefits of them within the body, and really kind of supporting, not kind of, but really supporting what is being said today on this program. So I just wanted to call that out, as we have so many people watching and they're like, oh, well, I'll just take this, or I'll just take that. No, that's called fractionating nutrition, folks. You need the foundation. And these products here, some of them are part of that foundation, but others are part of what Dr. Wallach calls a secret sauce that supports specific functions within the body. But if you don't have the foundation down that also supports the body as a whole, then you're not going to get the full benefit of what these secret sauces or added therapeutic type products are going to offer. So get back with the person that shared this program with you and make sure you let them know that you're watching, what you've heard so far, and what you feel is going to be a best fit for you. And if you don't know, that's okay, because they can help you figure it out. So Christa, go ahead. As I just wanted to point that out, because I myself, herbalist as well, I would go looking for, okay, I've got this symptom. What can I take that's going to help with that? And I would take just that. Or I would see a combination of different nutrients. I'd make my own herbal tinctures and use them within myself. But I was missing that foundation, which is why I was not getting the results that I needed. So I just want to really point that out and emphasize that to everybody watching, at how important, how complex your body is, that just doing those individual things they're not supporting the body as a whole. Go ahead, Christa.
Exactly. Yes. So what Becca just said is so vital. These are, we need those 90 essential nutrients every single day that we're taught about, right? But we also, that's our foundation. That's what we can build on. But like anything else, right? You wanting to build a house, you have to have a strong foundation. But then what? Then you need the walls and the windows and the roof and everything else. So we have to build on that foundation depending on what we as individuals need. What does this body actually need? Because each of us is individual. Each of us has our own individual needs, and that changes depending on our circumstances. So listening to this body, because it will tell you. I mean, literally, it will tell you what it needs if we listen. So that said, there's another product that I want to mention, and it's called True Boost. And it's probably not as well known as some of the other products. I love this product. I drink one every afternoon. So True Boost is an adaptogenic product. There's 3 main ingredients in here. 2 what we call adaptogenic herbs. One is called Tulsi, the other one's called ashwagandha. And they've been used for thousands and thousands of years to help regulate our human body. So we need these things more than ever today. And the reason for that is what an adaptogen does is it basically helps the body to be able to deal with stress in a healthy way. So, I mean, it's no secret that we live in a world that is incredibly stressful, and most of us have really highly stressful lives. If not, we have highly stressful, parts of our life, right? So our bodies are designed to deal with stress. Of course, stress is part of being alive. However, what we face today is stress that never stops. I mean, we're ongoing, just not slowing down. And what that does to our entire system is pretty lethal, actually, because our bodies create toxic chemicals as a response to stress, right? What's supposed to happen is that we have periods of stress, right? We get frightened, or, something happens, but then it gets resolved and we're able to calm down again. But these days, a lot of people, they don't calm down again. They just keep on going. And it's almost become like, if you don't do that, you're not successful. I mean, that's just so destructive to all of us. And so what these herbs in here do is that they allow our bodies to deal with stress in a way that doesn't harm us, at least doesn't harm us as much, right? So one of the things that happens when we get really, really stressed is that we have an adrenal hormone called cortisol, and what our production of cortisone basically skyrockets, right? Same with adrenaline. These are some of the adrenal hormones that get really elevated when we're under stress. And like I said, they're important. We need them when we, get a shock or something like that, right? but we don't need them to stay at this incredibly elevated state, because what that does is, I mean, it causes weight gain, it causes blood pressure to rise, it causes blood sugar to go out of control, it causes, I mean, just all kinds of things that really, really impair our day-to-day life. So by taking these things, we're able to counteract a lot of that, right? So we are able to bring down the levels of cortisol in our body and increase the levels of a hormone called DHEA, which they're kind of on this axis. So when one goes up, the other goes down, right? But we need a balanced amount of each of them. And that is one of the main things that these herbs are able to do, is to balance out these hormones that basically make our body go crazy if they're left unchecked. The other thing that's in here is something called deglucarate. And that is a compound that comes from fruit and vegetables. It's only found in plants, in fruit and vegetables. And that actually has been clinically studied for a long time as an anti-cancer, something that fights cancer, basically. The reason it's in here, though, is because of its power to detoxify those toxic chemicals that get built up in our body because of stress. Our bodies create all kinds of toxic chemicals that really play havoc with our system. And they start causing inflammation in our system and, all kinds of stuff like that. So the deglucarate is in there because that actually detoxifies those chemicals. It actually makes them water soluble, so our bodies can get rid of them. So that's True Boost. And like I said, I love it. It tastes great. I take a little bottle with me if I'm going out somewhere. It just keeps me, keeps me going. The other thing is that what's interesting, a lot of people start taking this and they get really tired. And the reason for that is it shows up that you have adrenal fatigue. That's one of the things. I mean, you can use this as a test. If you get really tired from after you drink this, then your adrenals are stressed. If you keep drinking it, it will balance all of that out, and you will come to a point where you actually feel some energy from drinking this. But it's true energy, right? It's not metabolic stimulation.
Just stimulation. That's right. So that's very interesting, because I have like 2 cases of this that I need to take more often, because I get the question a lot. What can I do because I have too much cortisol?
Oh.
And this is part of the answer.
Yep.
So I love the adaptogens that are in it. Absolutely amazing. It has niacin, which helps to open up the bloodstream, creating more circulation throughout the body, folks. It's got the B6, the B12, the pantothenic acid, the organic herbs, like she had mentioned, the Tulsi, the 3 different types of Tulsi, folks. 3 different types. So they are working together to help us with I mean, there is nutrition to herbs, but the power that God put in them to help with other things beyond nutrition is just fantastic. So I highly recommend adding True Boost. And I like how you mentioned the adrenal fatigue and how you can tell if you have adrenal fatigue. And it's not that you stop taking this because it makes you tired. It means you keep taking it because it's working.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. You keep
So
taking it to address it.
that's right. So True Boost, folks, TRUBOOST. Get back with the person that shared this program with you. Have them add that to your protocol for you. Or if you're not working with anybody, we do have a call team. And if you've never tried any of the products before, you can call 855-949-3377. 855-949-3377. Now, folks, we are going to take a few questions. We want to make sure that we get out of here on time as we're working on getting our program so that it fits more into the radio time clock. And we do have a question coming in from AJ. AJ, what question do you have today?
Hi, Christa. How are you?
Good. Great. Wonderful.
I have a couple of rapid fire questions for you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
All right. First, Marilyn wants to know the OsteoProCare, what will it do for a back situation? She's kind of got spine degeneration and osteoporosis. And do you take it by body weight?
Good question. You don't take it by body weight, number one. Basically, our bodies can only absorb a certain amount of calcium at a time. And so you take it at different intervals. Usually in the morning and in the evening, twice is enough, right? Our bodies can only absorb up to between 500 and 600 milligrams of calcium at a time. So that's the first thing. On the bottle, it says to take a tablespoon, and that's pretty much you're getting your 600 milligrams. For somebody in that situation, you have to add this, right? This is the one that we were talking about that has been clinically proven. The ingredients in here, not this product, but the ingredients in here, one in particular, have been shown to increase the production, the body's production of what we call osteoblast cells. They're the cells that build new bone in our body. And at the same time, it actually depresses the body's production of osteoclast cells. They're the cells that break down bone. So we're constantly having this regeneration of bone happening in our bodies all the time, right? The breaking down, the resorption, the rebuilding. And so when we are in a condition like, osteopenic or something like that, what's happening is that the osteoclast cells, the ones that break down bone, are way more active than the ones that are building new bone. So we want to reverse that. We want to start going the other way. And that's what the Iproflab in particular in here does, right? Mm-hmm. And we need both, right? We need the calcium, we need the magnesium, we need vitamin D especially. We need glucosamine, we need all of those things and all of the different minerals, because OsteoProCare has a whole list of silica and all kinds of different minerals in there as well. So both of these together is what I would recommend.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, my other question, because I'm only going to ask you this second question because I had more questions, but you got more hands up. So I'm going to hog up the screen here. But what is your thought? What is probably the product that is the most nutritionally dense? So when I think about the standard YGY products, when somebody says, what's the most nutritionally dense product? I'm going to say Tangy Tangerine. Mm-hmm. What is from the Life Force family of products, what do you think that might be?
I would say it's Body Balance.
Body Balance. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fantastic. Well, thank you very much. And hopefully you can guide us through all these fantastic products going forward.
Okay.
Great questions. Thank you so much, AJ. So we do have a question. What about compression fractures? So the Flexio Plus and the OsteoProCare would be beneficial for that as well. Which,
Yeah.
whenever I had my fall and I got multiple compression fractures in my spine, but I was so thankful for the OsteoFX. But
Right.
I'm gonna give you just, let me share something, folks. The OsteoProCare, it tastes amazing, amazing. I really like the taste of the OsteoProCare. So next, we're gonna go to Rod. Rod, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey.
I would like to know, I see a lot of packs that you have together, but you do not have the Vital Start and the balance together in powder form, like to go. So is it because those two packs need to be separate or they better alone? Because I know the Vital Start says.
Oops, we lost him, I think.
Oh, I was thinking it was me.
Okay. No, I think we lost him.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I didn't get absolutely everything that you were saying. But the gist of what I got was.
I'm sorry, did I break up? I'm sorry, did I
You
break
froze,
up?
Oh, there
brother.
you go. Yeah, you froze.
I'm so
We
sorry.
lost you altogether.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me try to do it real quickly. I said the balance and the Vital Start is not a pack where they're together in the powder form. So, but the Vital Start has is good for blood pressure on there, or circulation can help blood pressure. Is it a step minerals in it as well? The Vital Start?
It does not. No. The Body Balance and the Vital Start together, like you said, are amazing. They really complement each other because the Vital Start, the Body Balance has all the minerals. The Vital Start is a completely different product. It's a product that has been made to address cardiovascular health, basically. So, like you said, it contains different foods that are what we call vasodilators. So they dilate the blood vessels in the body, which allow for greater ease of flow, and in so doing can bring down blood pressure. And there's numerous clinical studies showing some of those results from those individual ingredients. Beetroot is one of the main ingredients, and that's pretty well known as one of the vital foods for blood pressure health and heart health, because it actually increases something in our body called nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is the vasodilator. It's also something that is vital for the immune system because our bodies create nitric oxide. It's just like many, many, many other things. As we get older and as we, get bombarded by toxins, and as we, get all of the stuff that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, that production starts going down. And so without it, our immune system is completely compromised because all of those little white blood cells that I was talking about before that are the forefront of our immune system, when they find a virus or a parasite or something that shouldn't be in our body, then how they destroy that foreign protein is that they use nitric oxide. So they send out nitric oxide, and that's what kills those little microbes that we don't want. So it's really, really powerful for so many things that our bodies use it for. So thank you for for naming that product, because it is one of the products that I take every day. I wouldn't be without it. I mean, I don't have a heart issue, but it just does so much more for my body. So yeah, thank you for bringing that in.
Thank you so much.
And Rod, before you go, will you share a little bit about your experience with Flexio Plus, please?
Sure. So I've been taking Dr. Waters' protocol, the 90 plus the glucose gel, but I've been taking so many tablets, and on the go, I wanted to try something different. When I heard the video that you did on the Go-To app, the Longevity Go-To app, I heard you say take the Flexio Plus internally, and you can use it externally. So I did a bad sprain on my knee about 3 months ago, and I was taking the glucose gel for a long term to repair it, but the pain was still there, so I could hardly walk. And I ordered the Flexio, and I took some, which I wasn't honestly crazy about the taste, so I mixed it with the osteo. I mixed it with the osteo. So, but when you said rub it on externally, and I rubbed it externally, and it wasn't even an hour where I was actually walking better. So I was like, is my mind tricking me, or is it really working? So there's a young lady in Longevity who's been there forever. Her name is Miss Sandy, and I won't give her full name. But Miss Sandy is big on longevity products and everything, and she had some major back spasms, and I was like, I want you to try the product and tell me, does it work this good? So I took it to her, and she called me back in like an hour and said, oh my God, it really worked. And she ordered like 6 bottles of it, literally. And it really works. So, I mean, externally and internally, but more so externally when I got the effects from it. So even now, when I work out, I come back and I rub a little bit on my knee and my joints after my shower, and I feel great. So if you don't think it worked, I'm just telling you, hey, I don't know what's in it to that degree, but like they say, all I know is it really works.
That's great, Rod. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love hearing those stories.
So do I. So do I. Well, we are at the top of the hour, folks. I apologize. We didn't get to all of the questions. Just want to say thank you so much, Christa, for your time with us and sharing more about the benefits of what is brought to the table through the Life Force program, through the company. And, you know, as Steve Wallach has said, Life Force was right across the street from Longevity, and he could see their sign out his office window for so many years. And so he was excited whenever he had the opportunity to bring Life Force under the Longevity umbrella. Folks, it is a great compliment to any protocol. So I just want to invite all of my co-hosts onto the screen with us as we close out today's show. Folks, get back to the person, share this program with you. Tell them how much you appreciate having knowledge that you did not have before on the importance of nutrition, finding a nutritional program that may just be what you've been missing. If there's nobody to work, that you're not working with anybody, you've never tried any of the products before, give us a call at 855-949-3377 or visit the website today, dailywithdoc.com. We could not do this program without my co-hosts. They each have their own skill that they are bringing to the table and helping us make this a program that is broadcasted around the world, which I'm super excited about, because that was something that was on my heart. I'm like, I don't want to stay within my community. I don't want to stay within my state or my side of the United States. I want to reach beyond all borders, because this has helped me so much. I want everybody to be able to have the opportunity to feel the difference that complete and total nutrition has on the body. And folks, you can learn about the importance of nutrition through a couple of my favorite books. We've got Daily with our Dead Doctors Don't Lie by Dr. Joel Wallach. We have Epigenetics, which if you've been told that you have a genetic condition, this book right here proves that there are no genetic diseases. They're nutritional deficiencies. Those nutritional deficiencies can be generation after generation, but it's not too late. So get Epigenetics or Dead Doctors Don't Lie, or one other book. And this is something that was really important because there's so many times that people have been said that they have a condition and it's because of the color of their skin or their nationality. Dr. Wallach proves that that is incorrect through this book called Black Gene Lies. You can find Dr. Wallach's books at drjwallach.com. Again, that's drjwallach.com, or give them a call at 800-755-4656. I'm going to make sure I got those numbers in the right order. Yes, I did. 755-4656. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us here. Thank you, Rod, as I know he's helping to let people in and also watching the different platforms, bringing those questions in and sharing his own testimonials with the products. We have Ruth Ellen, my executive production manager, who is helping us to keep everything going and flowing and streaming. So thank you so much, Ruth Ellen, for all that you do. We have Phyllis. Thank you, Phyllis, for joining us today as she helps out on those different platforms as well. And she puts in the comments, Black Gene Lies is a fantastic all-around book about Dr. Wallach's teachings and nutritional information. So thank you for sharing that as well. We have Marilyn, who is, and she put up my little cheat sheet here, Speedy Fingers, as she is doing dictation of what is being shared within the program into the chat. And this is only available for those who are live with us in the Zoom. So you can join us Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific time by going to zoom.dailywithdoc.com. We also have with us Albert from South Africa, folks. When I said that I wanted to reach all around the world, we're doing it, as he is not the only one outside the United States or the continental U.S. or even North America, but he is one of our amazing coaches that is outside of the United States and even this hemisphere. So thank you so much, Albert, as you're letting people in and making sure that they get in to see the Zoom, and he is lovingly considered as the warden, letting us in. Or letting you in, rather. And then we have AJ. So AJ is Technoman Joseph. He is the one who is been responsible in keeping me on track to get these accounts open on all these different platforms and apps so that we can reach more people. So thank you so much, AJ. And he's also part of the tech crew who gets this out streaming live as well. So folks, we've got an amazing community. This community has room for more. Get back with the person that shared this program with you and ask them how you can use your skills or just your heart for people and wanting to see them not just survive, but thrive. Did you hear that? So many people are just surviving, getting through each and every day. But there is the opportunity to thrive when you give the body what it needs. We invite you to give us 90 days and to get that 90-day supply of nutrition with the special secret sauces, not just the secret sauces, but also that foundation to meet your health concerns and goals. You get back with the person that shared this program with you. And again, if there's no one to thank, 855-949-3377. And I just want to thank Linda Linda says, thanks, Becca, Christa, and the whole team of the CHW or CWHC, which is Certified Holistic Health Coaches. Thank you for the awesome information. Linda is one of our coaches. Thank you so much, Linda. And if you'd like to get a certification as a certified holistic health coach, you may do so by going to coach.dailywithdoc.com. Again, that's coach.dailywithdoc.com. Until next time, have a fabulous weekend. Thank you again, Christa, and we look forward to having you in December.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thanks, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you next time on Daily with Doc. Bye for now. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach.